This is Botcast, the Botheads Fantasy Football Podcast, episode Who Gives a Shit?
Where dudes can watch other dudes smash
Every
each
article I
other.
read about anything is like all women, all black, all this, all that. It's like, dude.
I just wanted to watch the game. That's all
Randy,
I
you're
want.
so good at working on cars, dude. Transmissions, you know? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I'm no mechanic.
Why didn't we do an XFL Dynasty draft, bro?
Because you'll probably dominate it, dude.
Yeah, finally,
Yeah,
make some
right.
fucking
It's
go
one of those
big.
fucking Canadian ass
When they
things.
brought up that picture of Blair White,
Oh
that
my
was like,
god.
I had to really ask myself, would I suck Blair White's and you know what? I think I would. I was like, oh my god, no.
Like, this dude's got Josh's back, man.
Man, he'd stay in Baltimore. I'd suck that man off.
Yeah, I bet you would.
Hey, we're live. I think this is the 6th episode of Botheads Live. Got the whole crew today, and we have kind of a slow news week, but we got some shit to talk about. We're going to talk about Dalvin Cook possibly moving on from the Vikings. He could be cut or traded anytime now. That'll lead us into talking about some other older running backs, fantasy football-wise. We're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers again because we always talk about Aaron Rodgers because that's how we do it. We're going to talk about Lamar because, of course, Mike needs to talk about Lamar. And after that, we have a couple other small things we'll get into. Should be fun, though. Before we get started, if you guys could do us a favor, if you play fantasy football or hate woke bullshit in sports, you should definitely subscribe to our channel. Like this video, share the show with everyone that would give a shit, and that would be much appreciated. Follow us on Twitter, BotheadsFF. And without further ado, how you boys doing today?
Pretty good, man. Can't complain.
Yeah, it's been beautiful, dude, and I finally want to start getting a grass on my garden, and it's supposed to rain the 2 days that I have off, dude. It's garden.
I heard it's going to maybe even flurrying tomorrow. Crazy.
Yeah, it's like a 50% chance of snow or something.
How about you, Big Mike? How you doing?
Feeling hopeful about the Lamar situation.
You're such
Well,
a
that's good at least. You have something to look forward to.
Please.
Something to be happy about.
Lamar.
Thank you, Lamar.
Every night before I go to bed, I think of him.
While you're playing with yourself?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't that implied?
Well, obviously. Goes without
Clearly.
saying.
Lamar
I
makes
got my hand in my dick and a finger in my ass, bro.
One in the front and one in the back. Anyways,
He's a Ravens fan. He just got 2 fingers in his ass.
True, dude.
let's be honest about it here, dude.
Yeah.
Usually by a Marine with really big arms.
No, but Lamar does have a chance to make the Ravens the 3rd best team in the AFC North.
True.
Is that your
He's-
mic? Mike, dude?
Is
Mark,
it doing
you
it
hear that
again?
noise?
Yeah, it is doing it again. And we got to get Mike hooked up with some better equipment, dude.
Smang, dude.
Yeah, it stops when he goes too. It's crazy.
Yep, there it's gone.
That's Mike's pet snake. Yeah, it's great now.
For a little bit. Oh,
I'm just.
there it is again.
I can't even fucking hear him.
Mikey turd, bro.
All right, well, let's just get into this shit. First story: potential NFL landing spots for Dalvin Cook if Vikings cut star running back. So Dalvin Cook on the block, a bunch of crap. Jeremy Flower basically says all options are on the table. He could possibly be cut or traded. So Denver Broncos, that's a possible landing spot. They're probably gonna need someone, assuming Javante is not going to be ready at the beginning of the season, right? Chargers kind of interesting. They still have Eckler, but it's a possible trade. Maybe they'll trade Eckler for Dalvin Cook. What do you guys think about that? It's kind of
That'd be
crazy.
nasty for the Vikings offense. I think Eckler would fit their schemes way better than Cook.
Bills, interesting.
I don't know.
Cowboys.
Kirk kind of relies on a decent run game, and I feel like Eckler's more of a pass catcher anyway, you know?
Maybe they could get Madison more carries. Who knows?
Isn't he gone too?
I think so. Maybe. Yeah. The
I just
Bengals
don't
are
know
weird.
how-
Why would you
I
shift
think
from
Alexander
Mixon
Madison
to-
is a free agent.
He might be. I don't know how you defend Justin Jefferson and Austin Eckler, though.
It's crazy how fast running backs die in Dynasty, dude.
Yeah, no.
Like, their value just is nothing, man.
They do have potential to spike, though. Back up after a couple good games.
You
this
want the
season,
running backs
ready
and
to go.
redrafts, but you want the
Says,
receivers almost, you know?
Mhm.
Vikings bring back Alexander Madison. Will Dalvin Cook eventually be traded? This is from March 15th.
Oh, they did bring him back.
A 2-year, $7 million deal they gave him.
My bad.
Well, you guys wanted to check on it.
Bengals would be scary.
Dolphins would be interesting. And
They
of
just
course the
signed, like,
Eagles.
3 other running backs from last year, dude.
The Eagles are on everybody's list, like every running back's list. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Josh, that's
Jeez,
kind of where I
yeah.
was trying to get into this. It's like, how quickly do these old running backs just lose all of their value, dude? Zeke is worth literally nothing. Mixon is potentially worth nothing soon. Same with Cook. AK basically worth nothing. Like Austin Eckler, he can't even get a long-term deal from a team where he was the best running back in the league for 2 years in a row, pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, scary times. You got to hit on those young running backs. That's the only way.
It's
literally.
almost worth drafting the running backs and trading them after 2 or 3 years.
Yep.
And then getting more than what you paid for them and then trying to do it again.
Yep.
Because if you let them die, you just lose so much freaking value, man. Like,
Or buy them super cheap when they have like a year or two left to try to make a run. You know, just draft a bunch of like good young receivers and just like this year you could just go buy like Cook and AK and James Conner and shit, all these old ass running backs and be like, well, I got 1 year on these running backs, you know, if you can get them cheap enough, obviously.
and people will dump them off if they can't trade these players, which I've seen a real problem with people trying to trade away Alvin Kamara and Dalvin Cook and Joe Mixon.
Yeah, Mike,
And
how's
even
that working
Austin
out for you?
Eckler. Like, no one's going to give up even 2 first-round picks for Austin Eckler right now. After, like, just with the shit in the air. You
With
know
the
what I mean?
uncertainty, no
Yeah.
new contract, don't even know where he's going to play. Yeah, for sure.
And he was like top dog, big money running back up there with Christian McCaffrey, 2 years ago, last year in value. And now it's just plummeted, like insanely plummeted.
Joe
I think I
Mixon's
traded
value
Mixon at
plummeted
the
crazy.
best time I could have, honestly. I mean, it would
Yeah.
have helped last year, but I think I traded him at the perfect time.
Even the players that are playing well, their value has plummeted just because of their age. Like CMC, he's still held value. He's still going to be number 1 running back up the board for some reason for a lot of people. But like, I don't know, man.
What about Aaron Jones?
He's another old one
I
that
like him.
I'm worried for.
I think you can get him pretty cheap, and I think he's got a year or two left, maybe, you know?
You think
But
they'll
he's
use
just
him
in the,
more?
I think he's in the same heap as all the other older running backs, though, where it's like, dude, they could go to zero so fast, like out of nowhere. Dalvin Cook was worth so much 2 years ago. It's crazy.
Aaron Jones just feels like a little bit more of a sure thing. Like, I know Green Bay's going to use him. They just restructured.
Oh, they just restructured him. Yeah, you at least have this year 100% where he's going to be on a team where he knows the offense, and you know the play callers love him and want to give him the ball. You know, so
Yeah,
I
we don't
agree.
even know where
Plus-
Dalvin Cook is playing. And Alvin Kamara might be in prison, and like Joe Mixon might not be a Bengal.
What's going
Joe
on? Have you
Mixon
guys
might
heard
be in
anything
prison,
about?
too.
Maybe. I don't think his is as serious, but yeah, maybe. If you guys heard anything about Alvin Kamara or what's up? People are acting like he's not going to get suspended on Twitter.
Really?
This guy that I fucking follow on Twitter keeps talking about how he's a great buy low, and like I respect his opinions a lot, you know. But it's like I don't know if I agree with that, dude. Like, is he really gonna be like nothing is gonna happen to him or what?
I feel like there's no way Goodell lets that slide. He's usually a prick.
I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. I originally thought it would be like a full season after seeing the video and everything to go along with it, but what do I fucking know? You know?
Plus, what you
Depends
just said,
on
that
how
video doesn't help.
low is.
Yeah, when there's video, it always is worse.
And I can't give away AK at the moment. I've had him on the trade block like 3 or 4 times.
What would I
Yeah.
even give for him? Like a 2nd-round pick?
That's all I would give, and I don't even know if I'd feel that comfortable.
Yeah.
I could just take the second and have a chance at a player for like a long time where I can get Alvin Kamara for 2 years if I'm lucky.
Maybe,
and
yeah.
he's probably suspended for half this year of the 2 years he has left. You know what I mean?
I feel like with Aaron
Yeah.
Jones, he might even get used more because we don't know much about Jordan Love. They might be run heavy.
And Aaron Jones is not going to be suspended almost for sure unless something crazy happens. Like, you know what I mean?
Dude, Aaron Jones will almost for sure be a running back too.
Yep, at least he'll be a top 24
Yeah.
running back. I agree.
High end running back too.
I also think
And-
AJ Dillon will be.
Me too.
Maybe
I
not
hope he-
high-end running back too, but I think he'll fall
They'll
in
both
running
be.
back too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Agree.
They love to do checkdowns to Aaron Jones. His value might even go up.
No,
I mean-
he's pretty high. I'd say.
They have to be comfortable with Jordan
Mhm.
Love for them to be willing to just go into the season like this with him, right? We'll see what he can do, man.
It's definitely the Packers' way to have a really good quarterback and then groom the next one to get replaced.
So what other running backs are you guys worried about? Obviously, James Conner would be on the list. I have Zeke, Mixon, AK, even Austin Eckler, James Conner. What other ones you guys? Derrick Henry. Who else y'all worried about?
Saquon a little bit. I think he's
A little
gonna.
bit, yeah.
I think he's gonna just play though.
What do you think about Nick Chubb?
I think he's got a year or two left. This is probably his last year as a Brown, I think, right?
Probably.
That's what I heard. Unless they restructure.
Forward.
I could see
You
him
think
Pretty much
making
for
a good
fantasy
play.
and dynasty, anyways. I've never been a running back guy, dude.
Nick Chubb's still running back 1, right?
Not dynasty
I'd say
anyway.
so.
You know what I mean? Their value just plummets, man. So hard to maintain value, where like receivers are gonna keep their value for 10+ years potentially.
Yeah, for sure.
How long is Justin Jefferson gonna be good for? You know what I mean? For so long, dude.
Is Joe
Can't hit
Mixon
him
really
anymore.
not getting cut? Is the question, says Adam Wallace.
This is a good question
It's
because
a good question.
last year they were saying he might get cut too. But I did see there was something going on with Joe Mixon.
Yeah, they had this report a year ago, like a year and a few months ago, and it was the same report that they put out this year about him getting cut, and he played this year, so I don't really know.
Let's see if I can find this report I just saw.
Didn't he just get charged, or isn't he get in trouble for like aggravated assault or something?
Recharge, which I
Yeah,
didn't know you could do.
recharged. Here we go. I'll pull
Isn't
this
that-
up here right quick.
You didn't go to trial, so it's not double jeopardy. Still sketchy though.
Here we go. Police refile menacing charge against. It's only a menacing charge. It's nothing
Oh,
crazy,
that's
but
not bad.
new evidence discovered. I think his sister like shot somebody outside his house or something crazy. But it's a misdemeanor. It's not a huge deal, but he's 26. The Bengals are not committing. They like. It feels like they're going sour on him. You know what I'm saying?
I
Seems
wonder
like
what
he's
they're
getting
planning.
10 reps.
Maybe to get Dalvin Cook. Apparently, right?
I think if Joe Mixon gets cut, he's running somewhere.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
for sure.
He at least has a year left. He's only 26, so
It would suck
feel
if they would bring him somewhere like Tampa Bay, dude. That'd be gay.
if he goes to Tampa Bay, and he's one like lackluster production year away from his dynasty value being 0. He could be
Oh,
Zeke
yeah.
next
He has
year.
a bad year.
He could
I feel like if he gets
easily be
cut-
Zeke next year.
I could see him going to the Bills.
I don't think he will be, but he could be.
100% he could be though. Yeah.
It's crazy because last year you could get so much for Joe Mixon early in the season and before last season.
Yeah,
Sure,
what was
sure.
that deal that
Mhm.
you got over with Lamar, dude? That one.
Well, that was just really dumb. Someone drafted Lamar with like pick 5, and I drafted Joe Mixon with pick 22, and they offered me Lamar for Joe Mixon like 4 days later.
Someone. He's not very smart, right?
And not very smart.
Well, we're talking about old running backs and how they keep their value. So let's slide into this next story here. It's a report from the Giants Wire. I thought it was Sports Illustrated, but I guess it's Giants Wire. Report Saquon. Oh, get out of here. What is this? Saquon not interested in signing, Giants not interested in signing Saquon Barkley long-term, quote, at this point. So New York Giants star running back Saquon Barkley will not be attending this team's voluntary offseason workout program as he has no contract in place. Barkley's been tendered on the, quote, non-exclusive franchise tag worth $10.1 million for one season, but has opted not to sign in favor of maneuvering for a longer-term deal. That deal may not be coming anytime soon, reports Ralph, last name, of Fox Sports. So what Ralph says is Saquon Barkley wasn't happy with the franchise tag, and this is his way of making that known. There's no real crisis until training camp begins, and from what I hear, no camp holdout is expected, at least not yet. The Giants don't have much of an interest in signing Saquon to a long-term deal at this point, I'm told. They tried and failed because the sides weren't close. The $10.1 million franchise tag is a good deal for them, and they're content leaving things that way for now. So, blah, blah, blah. Saquon wants a long-term deal, but they don't want to give it to him.
Yeah, no NFL team wants to give an aging running back a long-term deal anymore. Like
Is
they
he
just with the
that
Cowboys did with
aging?
Zeke. I think he's like 25, 26.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well, it's like
that's
long-term, like you got 2
crazy.
years left on this man, like for sure. Maybe a couple more, but like you don't want to give him a 5-year contract
I
because
mean,
you're
they
talking
start falling off at like
30 years
27,
old.
28. you
Yeah,
know?
they're trying not to give people deals past 27.
Sucks. It sucks, and I get where he wants to get his money, but I know the running back is a dying position in the NFL.
Zeke is a prime
Sucks. It's
example.
just the way it is.
They gave him a
Zeke is
long-term
the
deal.
golden example, honestly, man.
And other teams
Agreed.
saying that, and they're like, I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah, he got paid a
What
ton
is
of money and then
on to the
never
next?
did anything again.
Now they're paying him $11 million not to play for him this year or some shit. Like, it's crazy.
That's easy money, bro.
But you can't blame Saquon either. Like, this is his chance to get paid, and every
I
year that he
can't blame him,
delays
no.
it, especially after a huge year like last year, this is his chance to cash in. He doesn't want to be on a 1 year, $10 million deal. One injury, he's
Especially after he just came off of his injuries
fucked.
and then
Yeah.
he played well.
And it's a lot more
Yeah.
risky for to get a team to try to sign him because he's going to be a year older next year. So he's going to be 26 years old or whatever, and the team's going to be like, "Oh, I only want him for like a year or two, so he's only going to get a 2-year deal."
That's what's fucked up with like the NFL too in general. It's like we'll just keep franchise tagging him until he's literally worthless, and then he's fucked. We'll
Yeah.
pay him $10 million a year the next 2 years, and then he'll be done, and he'll be fucked. No deal for him. That's fucked, man. I don't like
CMC's
that.
getting paid $16 million this year.
Yeah, CMC's a different kind
Saquon
of
had a
animal.
hell of a year too.
I think
He
he's the
did.
only one.
It's Daniel Jones' fault.
I think he's going to play. Honestly, I think he's going to play no matter if they franchise tag him or whatever. It's voluntary.
Let's
Camps that he
let's
missed.
go back. Let's go down the fantasy football memory hole here. And I remember one year when Randy was in Dayton, right? And I had the 4th pick in the draft, and Le'Veon Bell was the man. And the year before, he was saying he was going to hold out, and he was going to hold out. And then the season came and he played, and he had a great year. And he would have been the 1st pick in the draft that year, and I had the 4th pick. And everybody passed on him because he said he wasn't going to play. And I was like, fuck it, I'll take Le'Veon Bell with the 4th pick.
Yeah,
I got
chance.
I got fucking shafted, bro. It was
He didn't
horrible.
play.
No, we're
Which
going to pay a
sucks because
single
year
down.
before he was the
And then
best.
he
I think.
never was good again.
Yep, that totally fucked his whole career. He should have just played, taking the franchise tag. He didn't make
Sucks with Kansas
nearly any
City,
money
sucked
after
with
that.
the Jets.
Ravens too.
When you're in
Got him
your
with
prime,
the
like when
Phoenix.
you're a top athlete, like prime running back, like a top like 5 running back, you're elite. You know what I mean? You can't just take a year off, get a year older, and then come back and be elite still, unless you're training hard as fuck, dude. Like,
I mean, what do you do if you're Saquon then?
play
Because it's like
$10
so you
million.
just play for $10 million and that's it.
Play my ass off and demand a fucking contract from
That's
a
what he
team.
did last year.
Well, yeah, but they can't franchise tag him again, right? Like they only get one and done.
No,
Yeah,
they can
can.
franchise
Yeah.
tag him next year.
I don't know
Yeah,
what to do. Then that's fuck. They need to get rid of that.
that's what I said. The NFL's fucked with the franchise tags, dude. The Browns franchise tagged Phil Dawson like 10 years in a row or some crazy shit. Just kept franchise
Ravens did
tagging
that
him.
with Justin Tucker like 2 years in a row too. I think.
You shouldn't be allowed to do that.
There's a lot of
Um,
players who get pissed after like the 3rd year and they're just like, bro, I'm not playing under the franchise tag anymore. Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Watch for Josh Jacobs to be one of them here soon too.
Is he
If it
talking
was
about
a
holding out?
1 year
too?
thing, I would say just
I don't know if he's
play.
talking about holding out, but I know they franchised him, didn't they?
I know he's similar to. Hold on, let me see if I can. His age is similar to Saquon, right?
I think so. I think they were the same year.
I feel like Connor's a year or two older than Saquon.
Actually, I
Josh
feel like
Jacobs?
Jacobs came in a year
Oh,
after.
I thought you said James Conner.
So if he does play, he's playing for 10.091 million.
Jacobs just turned 25. Like he's 25.1.
Yeah, James Conner's like 28, I think.
Yeah,
I wonder how he
Connor's a
feels
little
about
older.
that.
Yeah. Saquon's a year older. He's 26.2. He just turned 26, so he's almost identically a year older than
So they want him to play till his 27-year-old
Jacobs.
season.
And when you're a 27-year-old running back, man,
Then they can choose if they want to just get rid of him or franchise.
or you
him.
just franchise him one last time, then he's 28, and basically his value's done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, why would they ever give him a big deal? Like, why would any team ever? It doesn't make sense financially.
The
To do
NFL's
that.
broken, man. For real. So if you were Saquon, what would you do? You know?
Try and
Good
get a
fuck.
decent 3-year deal, maybe.
Yeah, just be like, look, I'll take $8 million a year if you give me a 3-year deal. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Try and get a lot of money up front, and then maybe make it easy for him to cut you in the 3rd year or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how all that money
Mhm.
stuff works, to be totally honest.
Let's say he were to be traded and it didn't work out. Where would you want to see him go? Obviously, biased with your own team, but because obviously I'd want
we have
Saquon.
Nick
but
Chubb. We don't need another 26-year-old running back. We already have the best 26-year-old running back in the NFL, dude.
Imagine if he went to Buffalo. That'd be insane.
I was thinking Joe
Buffalo,
Mixon.
Philadelphia. It's like kind of the same thing, I feel like. It's like the same few teams when we talk about running back destinations that we feel like need a running back, The Eagles, I think, are number one, though. I see the Buccaneers thrown around a lot, but people they're sleeping on my boy Rashad White,
I think Eagles are gonna get Bijan.
You think so?
Who'd they sign? What was it?
Rashad Penny. That's why it's like
That's
they're
right, yeah,
probably going to
yeah,
be getting the fucking it's
I'd
Kenny
get
Gainwell and
Bijan
Rashad
too.
Penny right now.
And
Who did the
Bijan
Bills sign
Philly would
again?
be
Oh,
gross.
Damian fucking Harris. Yeah, that's why they're the two biggest teams that need running backs. I feel like, even though they did draft James Cook early last year, so who knows, man.
Do you think Cook or Harris will start, or will they just do a rotation?
I don't think it matters who starts, but I think Cook will be more of like a weapon. You know, they might start Damian Harris. You know, because like he'll probably be the guy to give the bash in between the tackles and get no yards and have no fantasy value for them, and then Cook will be their third down back / like weapon that they get targets and actually will matter for fantasy probably.
Red zone.
Assuming they don't just draft another running back, but who knows anymore, you know?
I heard they're in the wide receiver market.
Yeah, I hear Stephon Diggs isn't happy.
Really?
That's a rumor. I don't know.
Like,
how
yeah, I
true
heard
it
something
is.
like Gabe Davis might go to Tampa Bay or some shit
Tampa Bay.
for Mike Evans or in some deal.
That'd be crazy, dude.
Mike Evans went to Buffalo. That'd be insane.
Stephon
They'd have
Diggs
this-
comes
there's
to New
this-
York.
it's like the same thing. Diggs and fucking Evans are like the same player, except for Diggs is better and younger.
No, Gabe Davis would go.
No, I'm saying if Mike Evans went with Diggs,
Oh yeah,
the Bills would just have two fucking like 6'4" giant,
really
really
good
good,
receivers.
but
Yeah.
kind of old receivers. Yeah.
I feel like they
Gross,
signed somebody
actually.
else this offseason too. The Bills.
They lost some receivers. They lost Isaiah McKenzie, I know for sure. He got signed somewhere too. It's kind of
Dude, J Dog sent me a trade offer today too, bro.
Jay Dizzle.
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
Josh Allen and a 2025 first for Patrick Mahomes and DeAndre Hopkins.
Well, that's not too bad.
Yeah,
Picks
I don't know.
2025, so
I don't really want to trade a first for DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, I want Patrick Mahomes, but like him and Josh Allen are pretty close, you know.
Let's see what you saw about the.
I feel
Gabe
like
Davis
the
earlier,
trade you
Joe.
sent him is pretty similar. I think CH and 25 second is about the value of 25 first.
but he didn't want to do that or what?
Oh, I don't know. It wasn't up there.
Oh.
I had a
Poor
bunch of
Gabe, man.
trade outs at one point, and none of them were getting it.
Yeah, I take my
Dallas,
shit
so I took
down.
it down. Yeah.
In case something
Yeah, I got
happens,
nervous
player
about that
I
one
need
I
to-
sent you, Josh, when you didn't decline it or accept it or anything. I was like, oh man, he's probably
I was
thinking about
thinking,
it.
It's not a bad offer.
I know. It makes me a little bit nervous, but
Jay Waddle for the 1.7 and the 1.11.
they're not the greatest picks, but I really
nice if
like.
it was the 1.5, bro.
Yeah, agreed, 100%. If it was the 1.5, I don't even think I'd do it though. Well, actually, in a one quarterback league, the 1.5 might not be as good as.
Super flex.
I really like a lot of the running backs though in this draft. To be honest with you guys, the ones that are down the rankings a little bit,
I think
they all have their own
Nice
problems.
to 7.
Me too. They all have
Sneaky
kind of
running
like
back or a sneaky
reasons people don't
receiver.
like him, but like, you know, this guy's too small. This guy's not very fast. We don't know if he'll be a 3-down back. It's like, I don't know. I just see potential, man.
And this year is supposed to be a huge draft class. Remember all the talent
For
that was supposed to come out of
quarterbacks,
it?
it's a quarterback draft class. That's why everybody was so hyped about it. I'm like, meh.
The year prior,
Last year,
they
this
said
draft
trade
class
for 22
sucks.
for 23.
There's only fucking 27 good receivers in last year's draft class. This year, there's like no good. All the receivers came out last year, dude. Crazy.
I think we might be surprised again this year.
I think it's
Well,
going to
it's
be a really
crazy.
good running back draft. I really do.
They came out last year and they said trade your 2022 picks for 2023, and now I'm hearing this draft class is shit. It's like, are you just gonna like keep saying every draft class sucks?
I don't think it's shit. I mean, it's not the greatest draft class if it's a one quarterback league. Let's be honest. You know,
True. That Dingleberry might be rough.
Yeah, it was so hyped, and then people were like, trade your 23 picks for 24.
that's what they say. Remember, we did this on here, didn't we? Before, where it was
Yeah.
we brought
Every
up last
year.
year. Every year they say trade your picks for next year's picks. Like
That's what I was saying.
all
It's
the
crazy.
picks.
it probably gets clicks.
They're
on
just trying
YouTube,
to
you know?
maintain value, and they don't want the actual value to deplete, so they don't take the chance at it increasing. You know what I mean?
But you can't win with draft
Maintain
picks.
value.
It gets the clicks though, you know. People
Yeah.
You can't
wanna
win
see
without
why.
actual physical players. So if you're always trading your picks away,
So I've got this article here. Aaron Rodgers trade Packers QB's Pat McAfee show appearance may tank the Jets deal. And I'm not going to read this whole last article. I'll give you guys the cliff notes. Basically, Aaron Rodgers said that he was 90% going to retire before he went to his dark place or whatever the shit he called that really cringe shit where he like went and unplugged or whatever shit he was doing.
A dark
And
retreat or something.
yeah, he was 90% going to retire, 10% going to come back. But when he came back, he decided to play again. So the Jets owner is basically saying, like, why am I going to give a first round pick plus for Aaron Rodgers if he's going to retire after one season anyways? And that's basically what's holding up the deal at this point now. So what are your guys' thoughts? You still think it's going to get done? Or I mean, I think the Packers are just going to have to lower their price significantly or else they're going to have a lot of drama on their hands, you know?
Yeah.
It's hard to
They're-
trade a 39-year-old quarterback, man.
The Jets are
They just
playing
don't-
smart.
Are they just
It's like
gonna
trying to trade
rob
AK in Dynasty, dude.
They want Aaron Rodgers so bad, dude. The Jets do, but they don't want like
They don't
Green
want
Bay
to
to
give too much
know
for
how
him,
fucking
But if they could
They
get
would
him
love
on
it.
2 to 3 years, it's worth it, dude. Because that's their run. I feel like, man, they can
Mhm.
really make a push for it.
100%.
Right, they're gonna get another defensive player in that draft. Oh my god, their defense is gonna be solid.
I think
heard
if
they're
they were
looking at Buda Baker
forced,
too. He's trying to get traded.
Jesus.
Sorry, go ahead,
Buda
Randy.
Baker
what were you
and
saying?
Sauce Gardner.
no, if they were like forced to choose now, like this is a deal, you're not getting Aaron Rodgers ever. This is the last chance they would do it. I just think they know they don't have to. I think they're gonna get Aaron Rodgers.
Yo, dude, Buda Baker is gonna go to Kansas City, bro. We just lost Juan Thornhill to you guys.
Who are the
Buda
Jets
wants
gonna
to win,
start?
bro. He wants to win, bro.
I saw the Eagles too. He wanted to go to the Eagles. Those are
Buda
good.
Baker.
The only thing I know about Buda Baker is when DK Metcalf ran his ass down on Sunday Night Football. That shit was crazy.
Mhm.
He looked at the jumbotron. He saw DK Metcalf's big ass right behind him. His eyes were like,
It's like the big ass dude from Happy Gilmore.
yeah, he's got the nail in his fucking head.
I was so worried when DK got carted off or whatever that one game in.
Oh, I need to take a shit.
Yeah, he's like, don't worry, guys. I just had
I love
shit.
DK, man. He's so awesome. He really is.
Too
Remember
bad
when
you
we
don't
tried out
want to
for
go
the
Kansas
track
City, bro.
team?
He probably did. He ran Buda Baker down like a fucking. That was crazy.
I
I
sent
almost
Randy
want
a
to find
video
that
of it
clip, maybe. That shit was
with,
crazy when I watched that.
where he was trying to qualify for the Olympic team or something like that, like a year or two ago. I sent Randy that video.
The Jets
Mhm.
need to do something at quarterback, and if they don't, it's a throwaway year.
What
They
are their
can't.
other options, at this point?
Who do they pick? What's their pick?
Who are they picking?
Let's find
Probably
out.
mid, probably like 18 or something dumb.
Let's see. Draft pick analysis for the Jets. Oh, this is 2022. Oh my goodness.
They're picking at 13.
Number 13. Yep, I just seen it. So 13,
No
they
shot
could
to
probably
get a quarterback there.
not the top quarterbacks.
three.
But there's a lot of quarterbacks that people are liking. There's that dude from Kentucky people like, and then who's that other guy, Randy? You were just talking about.
Oh shit!
There's the Levis dude, then there's the big three, and then there's one more guy.
Hayden Hooker,
Yeah, or was it
Hendon Hooker.
Hendon?
two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard the Ravens are eyeing him in case they don't get Lamar.
Really?
Oh boy.
The quarterback controversy in Baltimore.
Snoop?
Hooker versus Snoop.
What do you think
Snoop-
Mike is gonna win?
I think Snoop's going to be selling have a car dealership within a year.
I think he's a Pro Bowl veteran quarterback, and he'll probably teach Hooker how to play.
Yeah, Hendon Hooker.
I'm going to laugh
See
my
what-
ass off. I'm talking this much shit about Snoop. He comes out in balls next year. That ain't going to
He's a
happen.
Pro Bowl quarterback, man. Why are you
With
hating on your
two-
Pro Bowl quarterback?
I can't even believe it,
touchdowns to
dude.
3
I'll
interceptions.
fucking ride with anyone in the Chiefs, bro. I can't even believe you're just gonna throw away your boys that way, dude.
I don't blame Mike. I've been a Browns fan for too long. When you're going into the season with a quarterback that you know is literal dog shit, you're
It's
just
a
like,
huge difference,
You
though,
would
going
ride
from
with him
Lamar
too,
to that
dude.
guy.
They beat
Kind
the
of.
hope out of us.
yeah,
You'd ride
Brandon Whedon.
You'd ride
Let's
with him,
go,
dude.
Brandon Whedon.
I remember when
Johnny
Randy was
Football.
trying to tell me he'd
Woo.
rather have Baker Mayfield than Patrick Mahomes, bro. Remember those days?
I remember.
Randy's another level, though.
Go
Randy's
ride
a whole
with him,
other
bro.
fucking level, dude.
Probably the most biased person I've ever met when it comes to the Cleveland Browns, to be honest.
Randy also said that Daniel Jones is better than Joe Burrow, and if you put Daniel Jones on the Bengals, he'd be like the best quarterback in fantasy or some crazy shit.
but
So
he's
it's
just-
No, he would be better than Joe Burrow. He'd be
Oh, I
in
can
elite.
show
He'd be
my
like,
work.
they'd be like, is it Pat Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, or Daniel Jones instead of?
Greedy Williams
Dude,
literally
the few
shoved a guy
people
from the
that
back
watch
without
this
turning
are
around.
gonna quit watching this, bro, if you keep talking this way.
No. It's the
No.
truth, bro. I just say these things
No.
and then we look
Randy's
ahead.
like, this is my truth. Don't tell me what my truth is.
Daniel Jones was a
You
number
can't
9
tell me
quarterback
how
in
I
fantasy.
feel.
You know where you could draft that boy at?
Didn't you go
Christian Kirk was
19
like-
in your fucking
Yeah, today. it was
super flex
crazy.
underdog draft? You were just bragging about how he went 19. You're like, you know where you can get that guy at 19?
No, that's crazy to me. Pick 19, dude. If you're sitting there, pick 19. That means you pick like 7. There's no way you're drafting Daniel Jones at 19, right?
He's going in the second round to redraft by Randy. Like,
I didn't
huge
draft
move.
him. I drafted AJ Brown with like pick 22.
I meant for this year.
Yeah, somebody picked Daniel Jones over
Yeah.
AJ Brown.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
And I almost got CeeDee Lamb when it came back in round 3, but he got picked right before me.
Something's not right, guys. People are out here drafting Daniel Jones over AJ Brown.
Fantasy quarterback number 9 with nothing but a
Not even
running
a
back.
super flex would I do that.
Isaiah the Dog Hodgins. Bro.
Oh my
What
god,
do
no one
you
even knew who that
mean?
man was before this
You told me to pick him up week 8.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Darren Waller. He's got Darren Waller now.
Yeah,
dude.
and Stephon Diggs wants to go to New York.
Really?
Yeah.
Or he's just making shit up at this
No,
point.
yeah, I'll bring up an article.
I'll fall
later.
for it too. No way.
Well, let's talk about Lamar, and then we'll bring up your article and your draft after that. So let's do this real quick, since I have this ready to go here. Dun dun dun. Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson reportedly demanded Odell Beckham Jr. DeAndre Hopkins. This is from 9 hours ago from Fan Nation. As Lamar Jackson versus Baltimore Ravens continues, Jackson apparently is still making demands to the team even without having committed to playing by signing the non-exclusive franchise tag. As reported by former NFL executive Michael Lombardi, who is a total douchebag, just saying, on the Lombardi line, which no one watches, Jackson requested the Ravens bring in wide receivers Odell Beckham Jr. and DeAndre Hopkins in the offseason. If that happened, the quarterback would have more interest in returning to Baltimore next season. So, oh God, whatever. I was told reliably by somebody who was involved that Lamar told them in a conversation, get Hopkins, get Beckham, and then we can talk. The team reportedly responded by saying, we can't get Hopkins and Beckham. The Ravens reportedly could not afford both, but of course recently landed one in Odell Beckham Jr. with a 1-year deal worth up to $18 million, and that reportedly made Jackson happy. Jackson posted on social media a recording of a FaceTime video of the two talking. Yeah, we already talked about that. Nobody cares. So I don't know if he called me or I called him or whatever, but he was just like, obviously, Truz. God damn it. He was excited about it. Beckham said, Lamar, I don't know if you're watching. I would love to get to work with you. I'll talk to these guys over here and hopefully get done. So that's what Odell had to say about the whole situation. So, Mike, go ahead.
I love the Ravens' whole, you have to pick one. It sounds like a parent like telling their kid they only have to get one toy. You can only get one.
They
would
might
love-
sign up with Hopkins.
I would
That'd
love
be
for
cool.
Odell to sign there, and then Lamar's just like, all right, I'm out, dude.
Mike's got to watch Huntley to Odell all year, dude.
It's gonna be great. He's gonna
Odell
get fucking 3 targets.
dude. You're on the
His dad's
sideline.
gonna be
We
like,
never get a
Snoop Huntley
quarterback.
sucks.
Throw me the ball. This is bullshit.
And he tore his ACL.
His
again,
dad's
signing
gonna be
a
doing all
contract.
kinds of video editing, bro.
Yeah, his dad and Jim Harbaugh are going to be calling each other on the media. It's going to be a great season. I
Be
can't
like, look
wait.
at how good my son is. He's gonna Photoshop all the defenders out of the pictures. Wide open every play.
It makes me a little bit more hopeful about the situation, but I'm still obviously nervous as shit.
Wouldn't you rather have D-Hop, though, right?
Yeah,
Than Odell?
because of the injury history alone, and I don't who's younger.
And the fact that D-Hop's just genuinely
Odell,
been better than
they're
him
about
for
the
the
same,
entire time
maybe.
they've ever played.
About the same age, I think. Close to the same age, right?
I don't
they're
think
both older.
Odell's been good since he was a Giant.
Odell's just won a Super Bowl, dude. What do you mean?
He had a couple good games with the Rams when he went over there.
He had the Super Bowl where he was really
Odell's
good,
a
but
champion, bro.
I don't know. I
Technically. And he
whatever-
did play
I
good in the
don't-
Super Bowl until his ACL tear, too.
it could have been
Sorry,
O.J.
bro.
Simpson.
Him.
Whatever makes Lamar happy, I'm happy.
You're such a fuck.
Champion
The
slash.
end
As
of
long
that
as
art intro
Lamar's
is so
happy, I'm
great.
happy.
Mike's like, if Lamar will stay, I'll suck him off. And Josh's like, I bet you would, you fucking.
I
love
laugh
Oh,
every
he was-
time, right?
that. I know, me too.
I laugh at the XFL thing every time.
It's my favorite part of the intro for sure. It like ends it too, just so perfectly. But yeah. All right, Randy, what do you got? That's all I got.
Oh,
Unless you guys got
no,
more about
dude.
Lamar. You want to talk about Lamar still or what?
That's all I got. I mean, I'm just nervous. I hope that it gets safe. I honestly just want it to be done with so I know what the fuck's happening.
I want to see where D-Hop is going to play. I think hopefully when the draft happens, we'll find out about Aaron Rodgers, D-Hop, and a lot of these other players. And then after the draft, people will miss out on certain players. Then we'll probably see like Zeke sign for a cheap deal and a bunch of
I
You
other
want
see
a
players.
Josh
D-Hop.
pointing to his hat when he said D-Hop.
Is
I
it
want a
working?
D-Hop jersey in Kansas City, bro.
It's possible.
Pacheco will move off 10. D-Hop can have 10, bro.
Is it working?
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you zoom in?
Does it work when I switch to this?
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs might want new digs in another part. Oh God, heavy dot. Like what? Randy's busting out the fucking real sources, you guys. We
Dude,
have this
imagine
from
somebody actually tried your shit
heavy.com.
out, bro.
All right, to make it
Feed.com.
short, he says, "Come and rescue me." Blah blah, and then his brother, Trayvon, says that they could play each other twice a year. About someone coming and rescuing him. He's just not
Why is he
happy.
going out of Buffalo?
He's not happy.
He's got
It doesn't make sense. I'll rack my brain with this shit. At this point, I think it's more execution than anything. Shit is small. Little pieces on why it's not going right. We've got the players. We've got the plays. Why shit ain't coming together? That's where you draw some of those questions.
blaming his coaches.
Blah, blah,
Stephon
blah,
Diggs'
blah.
history of trade
It's
requests.
just like, man, dude, you put all this shit out on social media, then like you just show up in the locker room after all, and like, hey, what's up,
What
dude?
up, boys?
He's talking about new beginnings and talking about winning out and someone come and rescue him and shit. He could just
You
be a
know what would be
wine.
great? Cleveland
whiner,
Browns would be great.
Yeah, we'll rescue you, dude. It might not like work, but come and play. It'd be cool.
It might not work.
Come
Jesus.
play, dude.
What a
we'll
selling
give
point.
it a
It might
go.
not happen.
I mean, it's the Browns, so.
It never works with the Browns. He'll be the next fucking Dwayne Bowe if he comes to Cleveland. He goes to another team, he'll be a fucking MVP.
It's like, how is this
Fucking-
man ever elite? Want me to be okay with losing? Nah.
Well, I
remember
mean,
that
I just
tweet.
traded for Stephon Diggs, so hopefully he's good.
In what league?
What am I doing? I'll see a while ago. Gave 2 first-round picks for him.
Dang.
Fucking Mike.
Why'd you do that, bro?
Then I traded one Damian Pierce for one of them back. So
Yeah. I need a
Solid
younger running
move.
back.
I
Big
basically
KO.
traded Damian Pierce and a first for us.
Isaiah Hodgins is trying to recruit Stephon Diggs. Let's fucking go, dude.
Randy's boy Isaiah, dude.
Said that the Bills were meeting with Ricky prospects after that too.
Yeah.
So this is the first Superflex draft I've done all year.
How'd it turn out?
I had pick 3.
Can you zoom in, dog? There we go.
Hey,
Is that too big?
Right
Is that
there.
better?
That's good.
Oh,
right
that's
there.
good.
All right, this should all
Pat
take
Mahomes.
game.
Justin Fields was the 4th pick.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Over Joe Burrow.
It went heavy quarterback.
I
Travis,
see
it's
that.
risky, man. To take Travis Kelce at 10. So
Yeah, they need to take Geno and Russell Wilson in the fucking 3rd and 4th round. Jesus.
yeah, this was my least favorite start, I think, of all starts.
Bijan went before JT.
Like, it's
That's
super
too
flex.
far.
He fixed it up a little bit though. But getting JJ and then JT, I really thought this guy was going to get Kirk Cousins because he was ranked higher than Daniel Jones and Aaron Rodgers. But he went with JT, which I definitely respect.
Me
About
too.
35 and
I'm gonna be taking
36.
And at this point, when I'm picking it 2, there isn't another quarterback that I want. Like, I'm not gonna take Kirk Cousins,
Why
Jared
not?
Goff, Geno Smith. I was eyeing Russ. I really wanted Russ to come back. There was a couple of them.
Derek Carr's not bad though. Who's your
Yeah.
third
It's not
quarterback?
crazy about him in the 4th. It's tough.
Look who's
Me
behind
either,
him,
but look
though.
at how the draft
I
went.
get it. I
man.
get it.
There's
100%.
Jordan Love, Trey Lance, Anthony Richardson, all the rookies. Kenny Pickett. I was eyeing Jimmy too.
Rookies were
probably.
going in the 5th round. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I don't even know where they're gonna play yet, dude.
So yeah,
Bijan went in the
Saquon,
second.
Najee, Drake London, Aaron Jones, Chris Godwin.
Desmond Ritter. Rough road, dude.
Yeah. But see, I got Drake London. That's the only reason I picked him right here.
But might have a new quarterback though come next season. Taylor Heineke.
That's
it's
both
Heineke.
Atlanta's quarterbacks.
For now.
Yeah, who knows when it starts, but I think it's a comfortable quarterback room.
I'm actually
Tight.
looking into that. Where's Atlanta picking?
Look at this guy.
For
He
the way
got
the
Lamar
draft
and
went, it's
Tua.
not bad. Yeah.
Then you got Waddle and Andrews. That's pretty smart.
Yeah.
Atlanta's
Would you
got the
rather
pick.
Pat Mahomes and Derek Carr or Lamar and Tua?
Pat Mahomes and Derek Carr, 100%. I'd rather have Derek Carr than Tua probably, and Pat Mahomes I'd rather have than Lamar. So yeah, for sure I'd take those two. I'm not huge on Tua right now, man.
If
Me
he can
neither.
just stay healthy, it just doesn't seem like he can.
But I got Cortland Sutton late. AJ Dillon. I've been going with this new strategy where if you get both the running backs and one of them gets hurt, it's best ball. So if one of them pops off, right, you get the points for
Right.
that week. If one of them gets hurt, that's one guy that you're gonna have.
Chris Godwin, Cortland Sutton. I like getting those nice, like, kind of their values are low right now, but I really think they could go back up, honestly, especially Sutton.
I wanted Rashad to fall to this spot. I remember Rashad Bateman.
I really like Rashad Bateman too. I like his talent at least. It's a little
Same.
worrying them bringing in Odell, and now they're talking about bringing in D-Hop too.
Deontay
Mark
went at 110.
Andrews.
Joe Mixon went at 111. Elijah Moore went B for Deontay Johnson. The respect.
Bro, Joe Mixon has fallen deep. Holy crap.
That's why I like doing these every now and then because you can see like the steals pretty much and
AK is pretty far. These
I
running
like-
backs, they just die off so quickly, man.
111 for Joe Mixon.
I can't
That's
believe that
crazy.
somebody took Kenny Walker over Nick Chubb earlier at 35.
I
and
waited. I
36.
punted
I don't blame them.
tight end.
Gibson is deep too, man. How the mighty have fallen on these running backs. It's crazy how quickly their value just totally drops.
CH is dead. I drafted him down here with like people I've never even heard of.
Where you got Terrence Marshall's a steal.
Damn, man.
Oh
It's
no,
crazy how much things change in such a short amount of time.
yeah.
Where does Zeke go?
Ooh.
I bet you it's deep.
Man, let's start from the bottom.
Zach Moss, dude.
We'll get there quick.
I mean, he did get drafted, right?
I think so. Yes.
He had to have. Oh, there's Kareem Hunt. If Kareem Hunt got drafted, Zeke did too. Yeah, there he is.
And Lennox for
129.
89.
Between Devin Singletary and Rashawn Johnson.
I'd rather have Devin
Wow.
Singletary.
Between Israel
I mean, there's a
Abanaconda.
team, right?
Abanaconda, bro. That
That's
guy's name
crazy.
is Raheem
The
Mostert.
Eagles and the Dolphins are weird running back situations, man. It's so weird. They brought back Mostert and Jeff Wilson, and I feel like they could just draft a running back too. It's just such an odd situation in Miami. The whole thing is
And they're all over the rumors for
Kinda like
trading
this
for a running
team.
back too.
like every old running back is rumored to go to Buffalo, Miami, and Philly. Like literally every single one. It's like Zeke could go to everyone, every running back to like Philly.
I was surprised to hear about Tampa
Ooh,
Bay
I like
looking for a
this
running back
team,
though.
dude. I think you'll like that team, Cody.
T. Law, Tyreek Hill. Yeah, I
I
like,
like
that.
that team.
What you see is running
Calvin
backs.
Ridley is nice. Ooh, I
Aw.
like Gibbs, Swift. Oh my god, I love this team. This guy's a genius.
Jordan Addison, not bad.
I like this guy. Seems to
Mike
know what he's
White.
doing.
Got a bunch of receivers early, and then a bunch
Although
of-
I think Kareem Hunt is literally just done.
yeah,
I'm
me
just
too.
saying, being a Browns fan last year and seeing his legs, and he had just no burst left, man. I wouldn't want anything to do with Kareem Hunt,
He did look
even
a
at
little
that
washed.
late of a draft pick, honestly.
I'm glad I did go quarterback at 3. You almost have to. Pick 4 kind of sucks. I feel like.
Because you hate Joe Burrow, yeah.
Because
You-
like all
you
these
hate Joe
quarterbacks are
Burrow.
the same to me. These 3 are like top, in my opinion. Then all the other 5 are the same right here.
Daniel Jones at pick 19. That just it actually blows my mind.
Yeah,
I should
dude-
trade him, dude.
I was thinking if he dropped to here, I wasn't even going to take him.
Is he worth like that much in a dynasty trade right now?
Probably.
Should I put
Can't
him on the
believe we went
block?
before
Like, holy
Diggs and
shit,
AJ
man.
Brown.
I'm
And
kind of mad that I
CD9.
cut him. I had him in every league, dude. I cut him in Dingleberry Dynasty.
I have him in Andes. It's kind of
I'm
crazy,
out.
man.
I got a lot of good quarterbacks. I don't see you doing.
I do not.
Mahomes,
Debo went high,
Watson,
too.
and
Holy
Daniel
crap.
Jones, bro.
Stephon Diggs, Cooper Kupp. I don't know. Cooper Kupp's another question mark for me. Just with the age and the injury history. Worries me a little bit.
I wanted Russ to drop back to me. Is what my
I don't think
target
Derek
was.
Carr's too much of a drop down from Russ, though, honestly. You know,
It died after this, in my opinion. I like Matt Stafford. I love Trey Lance, but like it's kind of. I wanted to get Trey Lance as like my third quarterback.
I'm not
I
gonna
went
lie,
too,
I'm worried
like,
about Matt
safe on him.
Stafford.
I'm worried about whatever's happening in San Francisco too, quarterback wise.
Samaje P. Ryan gets drafted before Alvin Kamara.
AK
Wow.
got drafted before some people too, though. To be honest, he's a weird one. Deontay Foreman, Jeff Wilson. I just can't wait for the draft and to see where everybody ends up. We can really see where everything shakes out.
I wish I could sort this by rookies drafted. Actually, I'm going to see where the first.
Would you guys rather have Kareem Hunt or Zeke in Dynasty right now?
Bijan's the first rookie, Randy.
Zeke,
Um,
but they're like the
Me
same,
too.
very close.
Yeah,
you
agreed.
say Zeke or Hunt?
Zeke,
Yeah.
but that's like
Probably Zeke.
Only one rookie went in the top 4 rounds, right, so far?
CJ Stroud at 60,
Yeah, quarterbacks.
and Bryce Young.
David
Where's-
Montgomery, Damian Pierce. Man, running backs are falling pretty far right now.
Red Harris.
Kyle
is
Algier,
second.
Rashad White.
Smith and Jude was after Gibbs. Or
Yep, the second and third rookies off the board are at 80 and 81.
Besides quarterbacks, right?
Yeah. That's crazy.
no way because Jahmyr Gibbs. There's no way he got the other running back didn't get picked before him.
No, they're second and third. Bijan
Yeah,
went.
Bijan.
Bijan, yeah.
Yeah, he went at 24. And then it's quarterbacks, and then the next 2 rookies like I drafted were at pick 80.
People are sleeping on Gibbs. I've seen people put that Zach Charbonnet ahead of him. Apparently, he's got the size to be like a 3-down back, is what they're thinking. But you know me, I love those scat pass catching running backs, man. Like
I was gonna
dynasty
take
fantasy cheat code.
Yeah, you love those running backs. I wanted Kadarius right there.
I like
Yeah.
Khalil Herbert where he's at too.
That's good value for Kadarius Toney. I know it's an injury risk, but
I have Pat
I heard-
Mahomes as well. That's why I
I
got
heard
Scott
that.
Moore down here, but
I did hear the Bears are thinking about Bijan as well.
you know, who did they get? They brought a running back in with Khalil Herbert. Who was it? Do you guys remember?
Dante Foreman.
Yeah, nothing. That's right. So, what do you guys think? Khalil Herbert might be the man, or they're going to be looking at something else?
For my prestige team, I hope so. But
he
I
looked
don't know
good when he
if
was
they're
running the
actually
football.
backing.
No,
They'll
he's
draft a
both.
running back, or they'll bring in another free agent, probably. I think.
I think all teams are going to go to that, honestly.
They must have to now, man.
The ones that haven't already.
I mean, is Deontay Foreman going to eat into the carries though, with Herbert
No,
there?
He
too,
had a
or-
good year last year, man. Played really well.
him
Carolina
in
was
the red
saying like
zone.
they were gonna bring him back, man, and then they fucking did.
Maybe they will just roll out with those two then. Say fuck it. Who knows?
It was just a rumor I heard. I don't even remember where I heard it.
Just really interested to see where these running backs end up in the draft, and we can really get a good idea of how the workloads may or may not shape out. At least have a better like. I don't
Yeah,
know.
because teams always draft running backs
Mhm.
that surprise us. It's like,
Every
oh my
year.
god, why did they fucking do that?
Every year, the Ravens. I'm so afraid they're going to draft a running back, man.
I'm
JK's
also
going to
worried
get
about that.
fucked.
People were
The
so high on
Buccaneers could
Michael
draft a
Carter,
running back. Yep.
and then the Jets drafted Brees Hall, and like all the Michael Carter owners are just fucked because Brees
That
Hall's-
could be Rashad White this year. They could draft Bijan, and you're just fucked. You know. But I
It's
just
like dodging a bullet, man. It's like don't let Bijan get drafted onto one of the teams where I got the running back.
I just love my boy Rashad White. He's got the skills to pay the bills, man.
Bijan's going to Philly. Philly's going to be disgusting.
That would be sick if he does. Seriously.
They have 2 first-round picks.
Maybe
don't know
Jameer
why.
will go to Philly.
Bears
Yeah.
would be smart to take a lineman instead of Bijan anyway. Protect Fields more, man. He gets hurt again. It's scary.
I mean, he's 30 yards down the field running around like a maniac. So
I think Bijan goes for sure in the top 30 picks
oh
in
yeah,
the
me
NFL
too.
draft.
You think only one running back will go in the first round though? That's what I've
Yeah.
been hearing at least.
I think
Yeah.
so. Running backs don't really
Receivers
go that
so
early
weird
anymore.
this year though.
They're going to fly early, too. Remember
Weird.
last year how many receivers just went? Like, receivers I wouldn't even expect to go to some teams, too. They're just flying off the board. Jahan Dotson
There was
was
3 in the top 12. Dotson was a second round pick or a first round pick?
I don't know. He was way earlier than I thought.
I know Treylon Burks was a first round pick for sure.
Jameson Williams.
First round pick, yep. The 3 Olave, Wilson, and London, yep. So that's 5 first round receivers last year. I don't know if we're gonna get as many this year. Honestly, I really don't.
Jahan
Maybe,
Dotson was
though.
drafted 16th overall.
No way.
Yeah,
Damn.
man.
I don't know, man.
Mine.
Brees
thought
Hall
for
went the
sure-
I
second
didn't
round
know
last
that.
year.
That's
Yeah.
just the value between running backs and receivers right now, man. Straight up.
It's a pass heavy league, man.
And the
Receivers
receivers are
last
coming in
longer.
more and more NFL ready too. You know, they're just ready to
Yeah.
play right away. They're
Your
playing
butt-
these NFL offenses in
Yep.
college,
Yep, exactly right.
There's gonna be 10 receivers off the board in the top 12 picks, I think. Top
and it's
13
hard with
picks.
JSN. It's like all he does
in
is pump
fantasy
out
leagues?
receivers, dude.
No, in the NFL draft.
Really?
You think
How
it's gonna
many?
be 10
I think
receivers in
I
the
like the
first?
top 15 picks.
You're crazy, bro.
10?
Yeah, a big number, 8, 10.
No way.
What was it last year?
It'll be not.
I guess there's gonna be a bunch
3
of
or
linemen.
4.
defensive
I
linemen.
had
It'll be
to
linemen and
misunderstand
defensive
you.
players.
It has to be misunderstanding you. There's no way that you mean
So you
that.
think only 5 players that aren't receivers are going to go in the top 15?
The way these drafts have been going, man, people are just slamming receivers in the NFL draft early.
No way. Literally 0% chance, dude.
I don't
So
think. I
since
have to agree
maybe-
with Josh.
Like less than 1, I bet.
What about in the first round? 10 receivers
Okay,
in the first
that's
round.
10
different.
receivers in the first
More
round
possible.
is possible. I still don't think it'll happen.
It'll be like 6 or 7.
But
is
it
what
could
I think.
happen. It could, yeah.
It's just trending that way.
But it's not going to be 8 or 10 in the first 15. There's just no
No
chance.
way.
So since
Last year there were
2018,
4.
there's
I
been
think.
only one running back taken in the first round every year, but last year Brees Hall went in the second round 2-1. Najee
Brees Hall's
Harris,
gonna take the second round.
CH, Josh Jacobs, and then Saquon Barkley.
CH is the only one that was kind of meh. Yeah, I still think he could. I don't know. Whatever. I don't.
So-
You know how I am about CH. I was
He
so down
looked
on him
good
when
a little
everybody
bit when he
loved
got to
him.
play, yeah.
He just didn't have a lot of opportunity, and I just felt like it was a red herring, which it turned out to be, obviously. But it's like now that everybody hates him so much, I'm almost back on the bandwagon a little bit.
You gave
I
me
don't
some
know,
good advice
man.
about that last year with CH.
He could
Told me
catch
to
some
trade him.
passes. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to bring back McKinnon. I think CH could take that McKinnon role. I don't think Pacheco's getting 100% of the carries. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
I don't think CH is dead by any means. He's got another season to prove it. I think.
Do you think you're eyeing any running backs in the draft? And by you, I mean the Chiefs, Josh.
Oh, I don't know. I think they're looking to go receiver, honestly. They want to get a receiver, maybe a edge rusher, hopefully.
Didn't Pacheco go in the 6th round too? That's wild.
7th, I think.
Last year there was 6 in the top 18.
Wide receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to this drafthistory.com.
I think last year's receiving class was better than this year's, and I just can't see 10.
Yeah. I mean, I said like 8 to 10 or some shit. I just see a big number. Like,
I would bet 4 or 5.
yeah, probably.
I think this
But
is
if
a
I asked
weird
you guys
year.
how many receivers went in the top 18, no one would have said 6. It would have been a way lower number.
I would have said 5 or 4 for sure, because I can think of 5 or 4. No, I would have known because you told me Jahan Dotson. I would have said at least 5 then because of Jahan
Oh,
Dotson.
you knew
'cause
all
I
the
know
other ones.
4. I know 4. I know
Yeah.
Olave, Wilson, London, and Williams. James Williams. Who's the 6th one? Dotson. Burks was like 20 something.
18.
Burks was 18. I thought Dotson was 18.
Yeah, they got him when they traded
Dodson was
AJ
16.
Brown.
Okay. All right. Well, I just thought Burks was like the 21st or 22nd pick then, so I probably would have said 5.
It fell off after that, though. Until the second round.
Yeah.
Wandell at 43.
I don't know. I'm
I'm not like betting money or anything that it will be. I could just see a heavy fucking.
I
They're
just
like,
think. Oh, go ahead, sir.
as running backs fall down to like the second and third round, like something has to rise up, and it seems to be like receivers. Like everyone picks their offensive linemen and their defensive players and shit, but it seems like receivers are rising up and like taking the first round spots that running backs used to have.
There was
I
5
feel like it's
in
been a
2021.
while since running backs were really drafted in the first round, though.
Yeah, agreed.
I think it has a lot to do with college offenses and receivers being ready to play right away.
And teams
People want
realizing the
that,
value
yeah.
of running backs, how they
This
age
year,
and
though,
not
I
right.
feel like JSN is kind of in a class of his own compared to the other receivers in this class, and after that, it kind of gets a little murky. I don't think there is like a definite like this is the number 2, 3, 4 receiver this year. I think a lot of people
Kinda
are
like
getting a lot
that,
of different shit.
I kind of like the kid out of TCU, man. Quentin Johnson or whatever.
I like Addison from USC. I think that's.
See,
where
I
he's
like
at.
Zay Flowers, so it's like there it is, the 3 of us right here, and I don't hate any of those receivers. It's hard
Yeah.
to say who number 2, 3, and 4 is, but yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, I know it's the draft process, but I did
That's
see
why it's
the,
like with Randy and Andy's, it's like I don't know if I want to trade the second pick. I might just take JSN because why not? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I know I'm getting him. I know like he's the receiver this year, and then I'll just
With
see
your
what's there at 9,
receivers.
10, 11.
Your receivers
I
would
have
be
Amon-Ra, Garrett Wilson, Rashad Bateman, Romeo Dobbs right now. So I can
Yeah,
add
that's-
JSN to it.
a lot of potential.
That's how I feel too. If I don't trade up for 2, I can pick a quarterback at 4 or 5, and there'll still be a receiver at 7.
I have a shitload of picks next year too. If I can really go
Yeah,
heavy
I was
running back
talking-
picks next year.
To Randy about maybe trading like the 1st and the 4th or 5th for Jamar Chase, bro.
He's
What are you
barking up
thinking,
the
Andy?
right tree.
Oh
That's something
shit,
crazy I would fucking do.
that'd be fucking huge, man.
Get that cocksucker off my team, bro.
Oh man, come on.
Go-
What
He
am I
made it rain
fucking
one time on
doing?
the Chiefs. You're never gonna forgive that man, dude.
No, he can go fuck himself right off all my teams, bro.
Damn.
Can't trade
Poor
for him and
Jamal.
name him Rain Man.
Rain, man.
You're
Josh
the
is not
worst.
gonna trade him to you
No,
now.
I shouldn't have said that yet, damn it. The
think it's
price
going
just went
up.
fucking up, dude. God
Yeah, we
damn.
need the 1-1, 1-4, and 1-5 now. Thanks, bro.
What?
What, dude? It's about time to go play some Vale, bro. We're almost there.
Guys, got any final words? Got a couple minutes left.
Do you think it'll be Stroud or Young first pick in the draft?
I
I've
think
heard
it's
a
gonna
lot
be
of
Young.
conflicting reports.
I think Young.
I heard something yesterday where it was Stroud's the bigger guy, but Young seems to be more of a leader than Stroud is, with interviewing with the coaches and the staff of all these teams.
I think the size thing isn't as.
They're gonna take Richardson, dude.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Anthony Richardson. Pick
That's
one.
what I would do. I literally would do that if I was them. But
He's got the
it's
cam
easy.
comp, dude, right?
I love it. I love Anthony Richardson, man. I know Cole. Anti-Bengals.
Fuck
Yes.
the Bengals.
Actually,
Yes.
very much so.
It's something we all can agree on.
Browns fans,
We
Chiefs
got-
fans, bro. We hate the
Two
Bengals.
Browns fans, a Ravens fan, and a Chiefs fan. I would say we're definitely anti-Bengals
Fuck the
podcast.
Bengals.
Fuck your Bengals, bro.
Hell yeah, dude.
That guy's cool though. He's always coming.
You and
on
your
our
fucking
videos.
Kentucky team.
Yeah, they should just go to Kentucky. Honestly, fuck them. Fucking pussies.
They're really good though at football, honestly. And I love T. Higgins, so it's kind of like,
T.
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree.
Dog.
Man, I agree.
As
T. Higgins
much
needs
as
to
you
get
hate
out of there
Case.
while he still can, bro.
He will next
True.
year. They're too cheap to afford all three of them.
it's gonna get sucked into the fucking.
Yeah, they're gonna have to give
madness,
Burrow
bro.
up.
I
Did
don't
they get- they
hate
haven't paid
Burrow. I
Burrow
think
yet,
he's
right?
like he's
There's
a top
a-
5 quarterback.
There's conversation that Burrow might
Top
ask for
what?
a guaranteed
12.
contract.
Top 12 quarterback. God damn it, Randy.
Top 5.
Just like last year, he was or 2 years ago, he was putting Lamar at quarterback 12 after his
Oh,
MVP
no.
season. I was like, dude, you can't put Lamar at 12, dude.
Does that mean
Like,
I'm gonna make a big Burrow push this year? I'm gonna draft Burrow all over the place. That's what
he
I did
probably
with Lamar.
will?
Or you didn't
Just
even
to
put
call
Amari
us.
Cooper in his rankings, bro.
And the Browns traded for him, and his name magically changed from Amari Pooper to Amari Super Cooper. It was crazy.
Hey,
That's
he
what I
came
always
over
called
that
him. You
weekend.
guys misunderstood me.
He's like, I've always been a supporter of Amari Cooper, and we're like, fuck you,
Oh, fuck yourself.
bro. Like,
Hey, he did prove me wrong though. That
He
dude
played
looked-
really well last year, man.
He's a
looked like a
beast,
real
dude.
receiver.
You guys think Jacoby Brissett's got a chance to start in Washington or what? Oh, we
Yeah.
were going to talk about them getting a new owner, but who gives a shit, honestly?
over Sam Howell,
Yeah.
I'd say yes. I've heard good things about Sam Howell, but I think they'll start with Brissett, to be honest.
I've heard good things about Desmond Ritter. I heard he's the next Daniel Jones.
So we'll see him good in 5 years, or
All right, with that, I think we're getting out of here now. Thanks, Randy, for pushing all of our viewers away, talking about how bad Joe Burrow is and how great Daniel Jones is. But, you guys got
Yes,
anything
dude.
at the end here?
we're no longer credible.
Oh,
what
yeah.
did
Fuck
Joe
Jamar
Burrow
Chase.
beat Daniel Jones by 30 fantasy points? And he has Jamar Chase.
Dude,
in
Joe
the
Burrow would beat Daniel Jones at anything, bro.
Not cornhole, bitch.
Literally.
Not cornhole.
Yeah, not
I'd say probably
cornhole.
Randy's right about that. The one
I'm,
thing.
I'm like right on it, dude. I can't talk shit about my boy. He's got cornhole, dude. The fucking champ.
That's
I
what
love
you
the
mean, Randy?
idea
Play
of an
cornhole with Daniel Jones.
anti-Bengals podcast, though. That sounds hilarious.
Yeah, as long as we also hate the Ravens, too. I'm in.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we should just get on here and just start talking about all the players we hate every week. God,
Donovan.
Deontay Johnson is such dog shit. He's so fucking
Donovan.
bad. He's got hands like Mike fucking Breeding, dude. Like,
Yeah, I liked that one guy's team in my draft until he took Deontay Johnson at 147. Fucking retard.
Deontay Johnson had a good year, bro. He did have a good year, dude.
he caught no touch. Oh, 2 years ago, yeah. He
Yeah,
just
not
had
last year. Last year was horrible.
the
Fucking
most
middle
drops in the
school,
NFL and
dude.
no touchdowns.
Deontay Johnson
He
got
needs
held back
Ben
3 years. He
Noodle on,
tore it
bro.
up in middle school, dude.
God damn it, Randy. I like that guy's team until he drafted Deontay Johnson at 144. Jesus
Oh,
It all
Christ.
fell off after that. He's not even going to be in the game.
I would draft Deontay Johnson at 144. Shit, dude.
Fuck yeah.
All right, well,
I
we'll be back
They'd have
next
to-
week. Hopefully, we'll have some more shit to talk about.
They have
Yeah,
to add
fuck
a
the
round,
Bengals,
dude,
bro.
for me to draft.
Agreed.
Deontay
Fuck the
Johnson.
Bengals.